Hi, laddie! Welcome to the Fierce Podcast. Yo, Fears! Audience, Fears. Back at it again with another live. Coffee first. In my Batman mug. I haven't used it in a while. So, Batman it up. Big shout out to my friend Randall. Randall loves Batman. I like Superman a little bit better. I like Batman, though. Anyway, back at it again with another live. That song that you guys heard was the movie theme song to The Luck of the Irish, Fears' favorite Disney TV movie. If you guys have not seen it, you guys got to check it out. Anyway, back at it again with another live. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fantastic. I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you're doing divine, my friends. Well, because there's going to be a lot of people going live tonight, I thought I would get my live in right now in the afternoon. Also, I have to finish editing a vlog. I'm about halfway done editing my vlog. So this vlog is going to be, us going to see, the whole gang going to see Adam the Woo's bench that they dedicated to him. And that was a lot of fun.
He's really into breakfast.
That was a lot of fun. We went as a whole group, got some coffee, and so then it leads in from that to golf, mini golf. So that should be good times, my friends. So that's the vlog that I'm going to finish. I'm about halfway finished with the vlog. So it should be up later this afternoon. I was going to try to finish it yesterday, but I got busy with something else, so I didn't get to finish it. So we're almost, I'd say it's about 50% done. 50% done. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I really do. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I've been doing all right. I'm a little tired. Work was a little crazy last night, but not too bad. So we were, I'd say a medium night. It was not super busy, but it wasn't like too uncontrollable, you know. So I got home at around 9:30ish in the morning. Slept. I woke up at around 12:30. So I recently just got up because now it's 1:32. So I went to the post office. Not post office. I went to the fan mail. Nothing yet, but I'm hopeful. So send that fan mail. I want to hear from you guys. Check it out. Oh yeah. Big shout out to my friend Dave for getting me this. For a while I was just like showing it on a piece of paper. So check it out. Fears Vlogs, Fearsman26. You know, send both type of fan mail. John Fears 16. 745 Kagan's Crossings Boulevard, SCE 102B, PMB 40, Claremont, Florida 347, my friends. Check it out. Whew. There it is. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear from you guys doing a fan letter, doing an unboxing. If someone sends me a Blu-ray, I will totally review it for you guys. That would be awesome. I want to give a big personal shout out to Triple Nickel Pickle Tickle Wickle for sending me a Blu-ray. That was cool. Anyway, it's been a pretty nice sunny day. Let's see, what have I been up to? Well, I got home, like I said, around 9:30. Went and checked the fan mail. No fan mail yet, but I'm hopeful. You know, there's spurts of busyness. So sometimes I get a lot of fan mail. Sometimes I get no fan mail at all, you know, for a month or two. And then all of a sudden it'll get right in there. So Hopefully. After that, I came back. I haven't had lunch yet. I'll probably have lunch after the live. By the way, healthy snack next. Blueberries. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah. So it's been kind of a chill day. So home, breakfast, had a nap, woke up around, like I said, 12:30ish. And then I literally just got back from fan mail. Went and checked fan mail, came back, and I thought, you know what? I'll just get my live done right now. So yeah. So I haven't done much today. What I'm going to do is, after the live, I'm going to have some type of lunch, maybe a salad. I thought about a salad, and then after that, then finish the live, and then watch some type of movie. I haven't decided. So last night, though, last night before work, I watched The Rock with Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, and Ed Harris. 3 amazing actors, my friend. Anyway, today's topics are, well, first topic, gonna review this. So we're reviewing this movie. Really good action movie, my friends. Then we're gonna do Mr. Beast's beef stick review. I found this a couple of days ago, so we're gonna review this. Then we're gonna ask some Irish questions to the fans and to myself. Then we're gonna talk about 80s tech. The best of the best 80s tech. I grew up in the 80s, so there's a lot of tech. And then I asked Meta for one more. If we have time. If we don't have time, then we'll do this tomorrow. I asked them, what about, I said, hey, give me something else. And she goes, well, since you're talking about 80s tech, she goes, why not do future predictions? And what she meant by that is look up future predictions like throughout the decades. Like, go to the 50s on Google and read what the future predictions were for the future. Because technically we're in the future now, from the 50s point of view. Then do the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, all the way up. I thought that's a really cool. Meta's always given me tons of cool podcast ideas. So yeah. Today's thumbnail is my favorite Disney movie, my favorite Disney TV movie, The Luck of the Irish. So yeah, so if you guys have never seen that movie, check it out. All right, I'm just going to put this over here. All right, let's open up the chat and get things a-rockin'. All right, I'm going to catch up with the chat, and then we're going to get moseying. All right. There we go. Yo, Walter, what's up? What's up? Hello, John. Hello. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well, my friend. Give me 1 second to get things all rocking. All right. There we go. All right. What up? Yeah, it's kind of early in the afternoon because there's going to be lots of people doing lives today. So yeah. Plus, I really want to get, if not one vlog done, at least 2 vlogs done. So, at least one, though. At least one. Let me switch it from top chat to live chat. There we are. All right. There we are. Walter, how's work been, buddy? I know you recently. I know recently you went from the night shift to the day shift. So, how's work been going? How is work been going, my friend? I hope you're doing great. All right. Let's see. I guess we'll start off coming in hot with a movie review. All right. All right. But yeah, let me know how work's been going, man. No, he didn't block you. He didn't. Also, I just don't want Zach in my chat today because of Zach's actions. From yesterday. I think Zach owes me an apology. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, work's good. I went to the day shift back in December. That's good. Yeah, I remember you telling me. I absolutely remembered. That's why I asked, because I remember you used to do the graveyard shift like me, and yeah. So I'm not gonna talk a lot about it, but what he did on his podcast last night was unacceptable, and I think he should owe me an apology. So I just really, I told him I need a break from Zach, so that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not talking shit about him. That's exactly what happened. So yeah, I just don't want to talk to him for a couple days. So I'm not talking shit. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but in case you kept asking about it, I just thought I would tell everyone right there. So yeah, I'm in the dark on that. I'm out of the loop. Yeah, I wouldn't say we're on the outs. I'm just saying we had a disagreement, and I think he owes me an apology because what happened yesterday was unacceptable, and I didn't do anything wrong, and I should get an apology. So that's all I'm going to say, though. So anyway. Yeah, I wasn't going to bring it up, but you kept asking, so I was like, all right. So that's all I want to say, though. Anyway, I'm glad things are going good at your job, man. Now, that's why I asked, because I remember you telling me that you went to the day shift quite a long time ago. So I'm glad it's going good, my friend. All right, let's move right along here. The Rock. Great movie. Let's see, when did they make this? They made this in... hang on. Let's see, when did they make this movie? When did they make this movie? Hey, Meta, when did they make The Rock with Sean Connery?
The Rock starring Sean Connery was released on June 7th.
June 7th. 1996. Okay, got it. June 7th, 1996. So it's an older movie, but I hadn't watched this in quite a long time, my friend. So it's good. If you haven't seen this movie, I need to get this on Blu-ray. My dad definitely watched this. He loved Sean Connery. He liked Ed Harris. And I believe he also liked Sean Connery. Nicolas Cage. He definitely liked Sean Connery, though. He definitely was a big he definitely was a big James Bond fan. So yeah. All right. So The Rock. Made in 1996, directed by let's see here, Michael Bay. Good old Michael Bay. So the same guy that gave us Transformers, Michael Bay. One of his earliest works. I'm gonna give it a big thumbs up. So a lot of action, a lot of danger, a lot of adventure. I would classify it as a action adventure movie. So action adventure movie, and basically, Ed Harris's character is unwilling to give up on his fight for equal rights for Marines and veterans, and the government has been treating the veterans wrong. And he said, all these people died under my command, and they haven't gotten any benefits or any medals or any money sent to their family, and it's unacceptable. So he kidnaps a bunch of, not really kidnaps, he holds hostage a bunch of tourists on Alcatraz Island, and he steals a bunch of VX gas, which is very dangerous stuff, and could kill millions of people, and he points these missiles towards San Francisco. So Nicolas Cage's character is a biochemist, so they hire him and they need they thought nobody had successfully escaped from Alcatraz, so they hire Sean Connery's character, where he's a British kind of spy, secret agent type of guy, and he successfully. So they work together to take down Ed Harris's character. So yeah, what's up, Lark? He says, "Hey y'all, what's up, Walter? What's up, Fears man? Yo, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. What's up, man? All right." I got my Disney Luck of the Irish shirt on. All right. So, directed by Michael Bay, 1996, action classic, really good. So, action classic. Lots of explosions in it. So, lots of explosions. It's definitely a good watch. I do recommend it. So, good watch. Good watch. I for sure recommend it. Yeah, I hadn't seen it in forever, my friends. It's been a long time. It's been a while. Lark, how's your day going? I hope your day's going good, Lark. I'm gonna give it a solid. Let's see here. I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. It was definitely a good watch. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. And I do recommend it. My two favorite scenes, probably when they take over Alcatraz. It's like they go in as tourists, but they got a mission. They got a plan. And the way they take over Alcatraz Island, it's one of the best scenes in the whole film. So I'd say that's my second favorite scene. So the takeover of the island that's my second favorite scene. My favorite scene, probably when his character is called Stanley Goodspeed, and his character interviews Sean Connery's character, and the interview is pretty hilarious. And then it goes into he goes, "Well, if I help you, you get me out of jail, and I want to go to the San Francisco Fairmount Hotel, and I want a shower and a shave, and I want like VIP access, and I want the creme de la creme." And so that's basically what they give him to help them be on the team. So that scene, both of those scenes, it's kind of a long scene though. It goes from him interviewing him to the Fairmount Hotel, and then he escapes. Because at first he doesn't want to do it. So I would say the Fairmount Hotel was probably my favorite scene. There's a lot of action, danger. He cleans himself up. He gets a shower, a shave, and then it goes right into, it's like bam, goes right into the action. So the Fairmount Hotel. Let's see. I understand, Walter. I get it. I understand. I completely understand. I don't like it either. Walter says, "Hello, Mr. Lark. Day's going so great so far, Fears. Hope you can say the same. My day's going good so far. It's uneventful. It's good. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get the vlog done today. I'm gonna do some laundry. It's kind of a chill day today. So yeah. All right. So yeah, check that out, my friends. So yeah, pretty good watch. Pretty good watch. Bam. Today's watches, I've already, instead of going to the wall, I've already selected what I'm going to watch. So hopefully I can get through both of these movies. This is the last Planet of the Apes movie that they've made so far. This is I've watched, from there to about there is all Planet of the Apes movies. So this is the last one in the series so far. So I'm going to watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So I'm looking forward to it. It's the last one in the series, so I'm going to watch this one. If there's time, I'm going to watch this old movie. They've definitely remade this film but I've always wanted to watch the original. I've had this for a couple months, and I just haven't had time to get around. The plastic's still on it, as you can see. So I'm going to sit down and watch. It's got Walter Matthau in it, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. So somebody takes over a train, and all chaos is going nuts. And so it looked like a very cool 70s action adventure. And it's got Robert Shaw in it. He's played in Jaws. He was in a James Bond film. So very good actor. He used to drink a lot, though. That was his downfall. But very good actor. So these are the two watches, my friends. Bada bing. Bada boom. All right. So, yeah. All right, next. Next. Here we go. So, yeah. Time for Mr. Beast's beef stick review. All right. So Mr. Beast beef stick review. All right, so great product. You get a lot of the food product. So, lots of product. Good packaging. All right, time for the taste test. I'm just going to have a little bit because I want to save the rest for later. So, yeah. All right. All right. It's got a little spice. Not too much. Just enough spice. So, a little spice. A little spicy. But not too spicy. But not too spicy. Good taste. It definitely does taste very well. I would recommend it. It tastes really well, so I would recommend it. I got it at the gas station, but you can also get it at Walmart too. So yeah. Let's see. Good taste. It's 100% beef. So 100% beef. Let's see here. 19 grams of protein. That's pretty good. Grams of protein. I'm going to give it a solid, let's see here. I'm going to give it a solid 8.9 out of 10. So, 8.9 out of 10. Pretty good. I'm going to save the rest. I'm going to save the rest for later. There we are. Pretty good, my friends. Pretty good. All right. Time for some Irish questions, my friends. If you guys haven't guessed, I really like St. Patrick's Day. It's part of my... I asked my mom. I've got a whole bunch. I've got Irish in me, Scottish, Welsh, British, Polish, a little bit of Cherokee from my dad's side. There's a lot. But mainly it's a lot of European countries. So Irish, Scottish, British, Welsh, Polish. So yeah, that's where all the fierce culture comes from. But a lot of it is British and Irish because my British grandfather was right down the middle. He was both British and Irish because one of either his dad or his mom was from Ireland, and I think his mom was from England. So yeah, so he had both. So yeah, all right, time to come up. Let me pull up the Irish questions, my friends. So I'm going to ask these to the fans. I'm going to ask them to myself. And so, yeah. Let me know in the chat what your guys' St. Patrick's Day plans are. I haven't got really much. I need to finish watching all of the Leprechaun movies. So I've gotten to watch most of them, but not all of them. And I will not be streaming on the 14th. That's my dad's birthday. So in honor, this Saturday, you guys are going to have to fend for yourself without fears, because Saturday, the way I honor my dad is I don't talk to anyone, because it's a very emotional day. Fears probably will cry because I miss my dad a lot. I'm just throwing it out there. Every 14th, that's my dad's birthday. I always cry, but to honor him, I always just order some pizza and stay in on Saturday and just watch as many of my dad's favorite movies as I possibly can. And then next Tuesday, the 17th, is St. Patrick's Day, so we got that to look forward to. I think I'm just going to watch all the, as many of the Leprechaun movies as I can, because I've got some of them on my movie app, and some of them I don't. So I'm going to do that. After that, we got Palm Sunday coming up. We got April Fool's Day coming up. We got Good Friday. We got Easter. So a lot of holidays coming up. And then in April, I've got my big trip. So I'm probably going to take either a week off or a week and 4 days off. I haven't decided, because I may stay with my family during Easter. So that'll be a good time, my friends. Because we're celebrating Shelton's birthday. So there's that. And Shelton is my nephew. I've uploaded a couple of videos about him. I recently uploaded him and his dad went to the park, and my brother sent me a little video of him on the swing. So I thought it was so cute, and I uploaded that, and so yeah. But it was my mom invited me. He's having a big birthday party put on by his parents. So I absolutely offered to help out with the party. So I'll be gone for that. Let's see what else is coming up. Before I get to the next topic, and then let's see after his party, then we've got Easter, and then Earth Day's coming up, and then my buddy's 44th birthday, my friend Jesse from Missouri. So big shout out to my friend Jesse. Then we got Cinco de Mayo. We got, let's see, oh God. Then Mother's Day, I have to get my mom some type of nice gift, and then we got Memorial Day. So a lot of holidays coming up, my friends. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me just get going here. Buddy. So, yeah, buddy. Day's going great. Nice. I'm glad. So is my day. My day is going pretty awesome. All right, so Irish questions. All right, let's see here. It says, give yourself a point for each statement that applies to you. So question number 1, and I'm going to ask you guys too. Do you have any ancestors that are Irish? Yes. So number 1, yes, Irish descendants. So I'm going to keep a tab of my score. Have you had a full Irish/European breakfast at least once in your life? Yes, I have. Actually, many times. So, yes, full-on European breakfast. Okay. Let's see. Have you ever sang an Irish song and had a few? I've had Irish drinks, so that's half a point. I don't think I've ever sang out an Irish song, so no to the song. but yes to the Irish drinking. So that's only 1 point because it was a 2-part question. Shout out to everybody in the chat. That's right, y'all. All right, next. Let's see. Have you ever stepped foot into an Irish pub? Bonus if it was in Ireland. It was not in Ireland, but I have went to an Irish pub here in Orlando. So, yes. And it's in a vlog. I had lunch at an Irish pub. I don't remember which vlog, but it's definitely in a vlog. So, yes, Irish pub. Somewhere in Orlando. You guys are going to have to excuse me just for a second. I have to use the restroom. So, give me 1 second. I apologize, guys. I should have went to the restroom before the live. So just give me 1 second. And again, you guys can, while I'm gone, you guys can give me your answers in the chat for these questions. So 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I am sorry. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that, my friends. All right. Yo, what's up, Joey? Sorry about that. Okay, next. Joey, how you been? How have you and Biscuit been? I didn't expect to get many watchers because it's so early in the afternoon, but I have to get it in. Other people are streaming today. I got to get my show in, so... but I appreciate everybody that is here. I really do. All right. So, let's see here. Next question. And feel free to answer these questions with me, my friends. Let's see. Next question. Do you know at least one Irish prayer or toast? No, I don't. So, no, I don't. Let's see here. Next Irish question. Have you ever celebrated St. Patrick's Day? Of course. Of course. Yes. So far I've got 4 points. It said give yourself a point every time one of these questions applies to you. So far I've got 4 points. And then let me switch to the next page. Okay. Give me 1 second here. All right. Let's scroll down here. Have you ever dated an Irish woman? No, I haven't, but I've always wanted to, though. Either an Irish woman or a British woman. Never have gotten a chance, so never dated a Irish. I found all these questions on Google, so ask yourself these questions. I want to hear your answer in the chat. So, never dated an Irish woman. All right, next. Let me scroll down here. Have you ever visited Ireland or an Irish village? Nope, I've never been to Ireland. I've always wanted to, though. Always wanted to. So, question 8: never visited Ireland. Do you believe in leprechauns? I believe that it's part of their culture, but I don't actually believe in leprechauns. It's a myth. It's part of their culture. So, no, I don't believe in leprechauns. So, I like the background. I like the story of them. I think they're hilarious, but do I actually believe in them? No. So, no, I don't believe in them. All right. It would be hilarious, though, if they did exist. Would you ever move to Ireland if you could? I would never move there, but I would like to visit. So I'll give myself half a point. So I would go visit, but not move there. That would be that'd be just too far away. So yeah. All right, next question. If you could, would you kiss the Blarney Stone? Absolutely. Just to say that I would do it. So, yes, I would kiss the Blarney Stone. Just to say that I've done it. Just to say. Have you ever been inside an Irish church? I've been inside British churches, but I can't say I've never been in an Irish church. So, no. No, I don't think I ever have. So, no to the Irish church. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Okay, let's see here. Let's see, what's the next question? Let me scroll down here. Would you ever fly to Ireland? Of course. So, because taking a boat would be way too long. So, yes, I would fly. I've never been, though. I've always wanted to go. Yes, I would fly to Ireland. And these are just random questions off of Google. So, let's see. When you were a kid, do you remember? I'm sorry. When you were a kid or ever in your life, have you ever seen a four-leaf clover? I've never seen a four-leaf clover. I've seen pictures of them, but I've never seen one out in the open. So, no, I've never seen one. So, never seen a four-leaf clover. Have you? Let's see. Have you ever seen all of the Leprechaun movies? I've seen most of them. I'm going to say most. So most of them, not all of them. So I'll give myself half a point. So far the ones that I've watched that are my favorites, I love number 1, and then Leprechaun in Space is just so random. There's a George Lucas scene where he has a very cheap version of a lightsaber. So I'd say 1 and 4, they're high on the list. Leprechaun in the Hood is pretty damn funny. Pretty damn funny. I'd say those 3, but I need to watch the rest of them. Okay, let's see. Next. Let me jump over and let me go to a different list of questions. So, let's see. So when I first wrote it in, it said Ireland questions. Now I'm just going to do Irish questions. Let's see what pops up. Irish questions. Excuse me. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm trying to find some. Once I should have had this prepared. I apologize. Let's see here. I'll do a few more. Let me scroll down here. Ooh. Do you know much history about St. Patrick? I know a little bit about him, but I don't know his entire history. So I'm just gonna write down. I know a bit. I know a bit about St. Patrick. Do you know when he died? No, I don't. I don't know when he died. Do you know why we celebrate? Yeah, we celebrate St. Patrick's Day because St. Patrick brought um, Christianity to Ireland. So I understand why we celebrate it, but I don't know when he died. But yeah. So let me give myself another point. So yes, I know why we celebrate St. Patty's Day. Best St. Patty's Day film. I've got 3. So best. So my 3 favorite would be The Luck of the Irish. Luck of the Irish. Boondock Saints. The very first one. The second one, it's all right. So Boondock Saints. And then the third one, probably the very first Leprechaun movie. I'd say those are my 3 top Irish movies. So yeah. So Leprechaun. Let's see here. Let me go. Let me scroll down here. Trying to find some more questions. There's not many on Google. I mean, there's a few, but let's see here. Have you ever heard of the Irish Gladstone? I don't know what that is, so no, I don't. So, no Gladstone for fears. So, no Gladstone. I don't know what that is. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm running out of questions here. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. All right, let's see here. I'm sorry. I should have been more prepared. A lot of these, a lot what's coming up on Google is like quizzes, and I'm like, I don't want quizzes. I want questions. So, Irish questions. Let's see here. What is Ireland's most popular nickname? That would be the Emerald Isle. So I knew that one. So Emerald Isle. So it says, which city dyes its river green for St. Patrick? That would be Chicago because it's in the movie The Fugitive. So Chicago. And if you've never seen The Fugitive, I highly recommend it. So yeah. Yo, what's up, Carrie? Good to see you. No, you're not. You're not blocked here, Carrie. I can see you. I hope you're having. I hope you're having a lovely day, Carrie. Well, Carrie, I didn't appreciate what you said in Zach's live yesterday. I thought it was unacceptable. I've been nothing but nice to you for about a year or two, and I don't like to bring up the past. I think we should all move forward. You know, you've done horrible things. I've done horrible things. To dwell on it is just ridiculous to me. At least that's to me. But anyway, so I'll probably re-add you. I didn't block you on Discord. I just unfriended you. So that was a lie. So you lied. I did not block you. I just unfriended you. If you check, it'll say add friend. Because everyone knows if you block someone on Discord, it'll say blocked. I did not block you. Not once. I defriended you. Because I was, excuse me. I was quite upset. So yeah. I really don't want to talk about it though, Carrie. So, I've said what I needed to say. So yeah. So I really didn't appreciate you and other people attacking me last night on a live because I had a wonderful conversation with a friend, and then I leave, and then all hell breaks loose. So I definitely did not block you. So I just defriended you. So I didn't block you. You're doing okay. You just woke up. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're doing well. Well, I appreciate the apology, Carrie. I definitely appreciate the apology. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry about that. It came up. I'm not trying to talk bad about you. Well, I mean, you and others did. There's a difference between actually not talking bad about somebody and trying. If you didn't want to talk bad about me, you and others shouldn't. Because you guys are all adults. And again, I don't like to dwell on the past. Like, even Zach has done horrible things, but everybody forgave him. And I seem to get it the worst, So I didn't even really want to bring it up, but since we're friends, Carrie, I just thought, well, I'll be honest with Carrie, I didn't really appreciate it, And you guys went on for quite a while, at least 2 hours, at least, because I sat there in silence and watched the whole thing. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna say, Carrie. So I didn't block you. I just defriended you. Probably in about a week or two, or however long it takes, I'll probably send you a friend request, and I'll probably re-add you on the Discord. I don't use Discord much. I message people here and there, but I'm hardly on Discord. I just message people. So yeah. So I just don't think we should dwell on the past. Just move forward, onward and upward. Anyway, I'm going to get back to my live, but I'm glad you're doing well, Carrie. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not talking shit about anyone. I'm not talking shit about Zach. That's how I feel. I even timed Zach out because I didn't want to talk to him. I need a few days away from Zach because I think he definitely owes me an apology. And I hope it's not going to be a rehashing on his live tonight because I don't want it to always be about me, So most likely I won't be on his podcast tonight because he really upset me on what he did. He could have stopped it at any time and said, "All right, guys, let's move on." But they decided to spend 2.5 hours on me. So yeah. I appreciate you telling me why. No problem. I mean, I just thought I would be open and honest with you, Carrie. Instead of getting mad, I just thought I'll just be open and honest with Carrie. So I probably won't talk to Zach for a couple of days. I would really like an apology from him. Because I don't spend 2, 3, 4 hours on Zach. Why? Because I'm his friend, Anyway. Well, I'm not going to say anything about that, Joey, but you guys know my feelings. So I've said my piece. You know, I'm not gonna dwell on it. So it is what it is. You know, I'm just so sick. What I will say though is I'm so sick of all this drama bullshit. I've been sick of drama bullshit for quite a while. Every day it's some type of new shit. And it's like dealing with like little fifth graders, little childish baby bullshit. If it's not Larry, then it's something else. If it's not something else, then it's fucking this. It's just ridiculous. I'm just like, can 1 week go by without some drama bullshit? No, I don't think so. I would love it, you know, but yeah. Well, have a nice day, Carrie. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. I don't know. It just gets fucking old after a while. All right. Let's continue on. Let's see. Where did I leave off? So anyway, that's basically my thoughts on it. Okay, let's see. Where was I? Let's see. Where did I leave off? Okay. What is the capital of Ireland? That would be Dublin. That would be Dublin. So Dublin. The three colors of the flag, it's orange, white, and green. So, orange, white, and green. Now, my mom and my dad have went to Ireland. I've never gotten a chance. But before my dad died, my mom and dad did extensive traveling. Yeah. Larry doesn't believe that I've been to England like 25 times in my life. I absolutely have. I mean, sometimes we went twice in 1 year. But I mean, I've been going to England since I was 5. And the last time I went was in 2012 for my my cousin Samantha's wedding. I actually got to be in her wedding. That's the first time, and probably the only time I'll ever be in a British wedding. That was a lot of fun. So, he and other people can believe what they want, but I know how many times I've actually went to England. So it just is what it is. According to Irish folklore, what is a leprechaun's occupation? He's kind of a wizard slash shoemaker because he has powers. So he's kind of a wizard, makes a lot of potions and stuff like that. So he's both. He's a shoemaker by trade, and he's a wizard. He makes a lot of potions and herbs, and he's got magical powers. So I would say his actual job is a shoemaker, but being a wizard, I guess, is also a job as well. So, shoemaker. Shoemaker. So far, I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 13 points so far. So, yeah. Excuse me. I had blueberry on my finger. It got on my computer real quick. My bad. There we go. All right. Okay. Let's see here. See, getting back to what I was talking about. Give me one second. I'm going to do a few more questions, and then I'm going to move on. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. Where was I? I was... Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Before the introduction of Europe, what was the name of the currency used in Ireland? This I don't know, but it has the answer. It says, although the currency was officially called Irish pounds, they use pounds in England too, like £1, a £10 note, a £20 note. They said back in the day it was simply called punts. So 20 punts, 10 punts. That was before Europe changed it to pounds. So if you have a 10-pound note, that's like kind of like $10, you know. So yeah. Kissing what object will give you the gift of gab? That would be the Blarney Stone. Fears already has the gift of gab anyway, so there's no need for me to kiss that actual stone. But one day I would like to go to Ireland and actually do it. It's a massive stone. I've seen a picture of it on Google. It's huge. So just to say that I've done it, it's definitely on my my bucket list. So the Blarney Stone. All right, I'm gonna do two more, and then we're gonna move on. This I didn't know. In 2014, the album "Songs of Innocence" was released free to iTunes users by what Irish rock band? The U2 album was involuntarily downloaded onto people's phones, causing significant backlash from users who saw it as less of a gift and more of as a marketing ploy. That I didn't know. That I didn't know. Ireland is the only country in the world to have a musical instrument in its national album. What instrument is it? Ireland coat of arms currently, it's the harp. Oh, nice. That I did not know. So the harp. Very cool. So for all the Irish questions that said give yourself a point if it applies to you, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 13. I got 13 points. So 13 points. There we are. All right. Let me close these 4 windows. Did you kiss it, Beers? No, I've never done it, Joey. I've always wanted to. My mom and dad have been to Ireland. I've been to England. That's the only European country I've ever been to. A lot. I've been there a lot. But I haven't been in a long time. My mom and dad actually. I don't know if my mom and dad kissed the Blarney Stone, but they have been to Ireland at least 3 times. Because I remember my mom and my dad tell me about each trip. So they've been there at least 3 times, if not more. I don't know the exact number. And I don't know if they kissed the Blarney Stone. I know they took a lot of photos while they were there. My dad loved photography, so I'm sure he got a photo of it. I don't know if they kissed the Blarney Stone. I really don't know. So I can't tell you. All right. Let's see. What's next? All right. Let's see. I've been going for about 57 minutes. I think I'm going to do one more topic, and then I think I'm going to call it a day, my friends. Because I need to get on to editing, because I want to get a vlog out. I want to get a vlog out today. All right. Excuse me. So I think I'm going to do... so Meta gave me this actual topic. She said, look up future predictions, like from the 50s up, of the future. So people in the 50s, they would give out their future predictions of whatever. And they said, go through the decades and tell your audience. And I thought, that'd be a cool, fun topic. So future predictions through the decades. Starting with the 1950s. So let me pull them up. All right, let's see here. Thanks to the 10 people watching. I appreciate all the love and the support, my friends. So let me pull up another window. Okay, so future predictions from the 1950s. Well, if I could type. All right, so according to Google's AI, it said these were the biggest future predictions from the 1950s. It said, in the 1950s, the golden age of American futurism envisioned a utopian world defined by atomic power and space colonization. So a utopian utopian society. It's kind of funny to look back and see how wrong they were and how right they were. So, a tech utopian world defined by atomic power. So, everything ran by atomic power. Extreme domestic convenience. So, extreme domestic convenience. It also predicted flying cars. Technically, we do have flying cars. I looked it up, and they've turned an airplane into a car. These wings fold out of a car, and it gets turned into a flying machine. So we do have those. So technically, we have flying cars. And if you Google it, you'll know I'm telling the truth. Someone showed me a picture of it. It starts off as a driving mobile, and then the pilot pushes a button, and these wings fold out of the sides, and it turns into a plane. So technically, it's a flying car. But I think what they mean, like flying car, like the cars seen in Back to the Future, those would be nice someday. So we're not there yet. So they predicted flying cars. So flying cars. They also predicted, like I said, atomic everything. Futurists predicted atomic power cars, like a Ford nuclear atomic powered bicycles, even planes that could fly for 5,000 miles on a single atomic power capsule. Automated highways. Experts envisioned electronic airways and self-driving cars guided by. We do have self-driving cars, so they did get that right. But they also wanted automated electronic highways that would eliminate traffic jams and accidents. We're not there yet. So automated highways. And global contact activity. One accurate prediction was walkie-talkie seeing video calling and wrist-worn televisions that would make global communications possible. So yeah, so they did get that because we do have like the watches, like the Apple watches. You can watch stuff on your app, so they got that right. And they called it walkie-talkie video calling. We do have video calling, so video calling they did get right. So video calling in the 50s. And then it says domestic life and society. They said we would have robot housekeepers. We don't have robot housekeepers, but like we have robotic technology in people's homes now, so they got it half right. So, but they said a walking, talking humanoid robot that would be expected to handle all the chores, cooking, kind of like that Bicentennial Man movie with Robin Williams. We're not there yet. So robot. We do have robots, but not robot housekeepers. Robot housekeepers. Self-cleaning homes. Obviously, we don't have that, but that would be nice. Self-cleaning homes. Let's see. And then it says space exploration. They said in the 1950s, they said by the year 2000, it was assumed the moon would host residential neighborhoods, vacation domiciles, and establish a moon city or a moon town. We've been to the moon, but people don't live on the moon. So by 2000, they thought that people will be living on the moon. They got that so wrong. The closest to that would be people living at the International Space Station, which is fantastic. They're always doing great experiments up there. They're doing. I envy those guys. I would go up there in a second. I think we've got a long way to go when it comes to space travel. We've got a long way to go when it comes to space exploration. But people live up in the International Space Station and work. So that's the closest so far. But you never know. Maybe one day, by 2,000 people living on the moon. And then the last prediction was Mars exploration. Reaching Mars was viewed as a piece of cake that would be accomplished within a few decades. They're close. They're absolutely close. They want to go to Mars, but we're not there yet. So they said by 2004 in the 50s we would already have landed on Mars. So we're not there yet, but we're getting there. But that was the prediction in the 1950s. By 2004, people would have already been people going to Mars. I hope they get there in my lifetime, because my dad and my grandfather got to watch the moon landing, and I would absolutely love to see somebody land on Mars. I think that would be fantastic. It would be awesome, because it'd be a new planet, and you'd be like, oh shit, like what's the next big step? Well, that would definitely be one of the next big steps, my friends. So yeah. All right. So those were predictions in the 1950s. Let's do the predictions of the 1960s. So, future predictions of the 1960s. And I'm going to go all the way to the, I'm going to do the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and then the 90s. And then the early 2000s, and then I'm going to call it quits. Because now we're in 2026. So there we are. And then I'm going to call it a day, and I hope everybody has a good day, and I'm going to finish the vlog, because I need to catch up here. But yeah. And I will be back tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to do a live tomorrow, but either at night or during the day or whatever. All right. There we go. Let's see, future predictions. I want to give a shout out to Meta. This was a very interesting topic. So, future predictions of the 1960s. Oh, if I could type. All right. So it says future predictions from the 1960s. It said the electronic home library. In the 1960s, people predicted that there would be a central computer built inside the home that would have any type of information at the whim of your fingertips. They got that half right, because now we have computers, and you can pretty much search any type of technology. Any type of question on the computer. So in a way, we have electronic home library, because the laptop is your library of knowledge. So they predicted that it would be built like an actual computer screen built into the wall, and you could at your fingertips. So not really that, but you can have technology and questions and answer your every whim on your laptop. So they got it half right. So electronic home library. They also in the 1960s wanted the automated housekeeping. Futurists envisioned a robotic butler and automated kitchens that would cook food in seconds, freeing families for a life of leisure. So they predicted life of leisure. Food made in seconds. That would be nice. They envisioned the idea of wall-to-wall thin television screens. They did get that right, because my TV is pretty thin. So thin TVs, because back in the 60s they had that massive box on the back of the TV. They also had that in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. But now we finally have flat screen TVs. So thin TVs, they called them back then. They predicted self-driving cars in the 60s. Eventually, like in the future. They did get that right, so self-driving cars. They also predicted flying vehicles, so flying cars. And glass dome cities to protect from weather and avoid pollution. Some envisioned entire suburb living under a giant protective glass dome. So glass dome societies. We did not get that. So glass dome suburbs of homes. Thank God for that. That would suck. Moon colonization. Following the 1969 moon landing, there was widespread belief that we would have a permanent lunar cities and space hospitals by the year 2000. So, again, they want people living on the moon permanently. So, permanent resident, permanent staying. I'm sorry, permanent living. That's a better word. Permanent living on the moon. I mean, it would be cool to have a futuristic city on the moon. I'm not going to deny it. That would be cool. I doubt they'll ever have that in my lifetime, my friends. But you never know. All right. That was the 1960s. All right. Future predictions of the 1970s. Here we are. Okay, let me just look it up here. 1970s. There we are. Okay. So they also it seems every single time I've looked up a decade, they always wanted flying cars. So I think one day we will get there. Like how they look in Back to the Future. A flying car would be great. So, flying car. It also said environmental warnings, imminent ice age. So they predicted an ice age or some type of ice stage, a doomsday scenario by the year 2015. Thank God we haven't got that yet. So a doomsday by 2015. Thank God that didn't pop up. It also, they said, people would predict massive starvation. People predicted worldwide starvation by the year 2000. I don't know why, but they said biologist Paul Enrich made that claim back in 1975 that there would be massive starvation. So massive. Let's see. Resource depletion. They said a 1970s National Academy of Science estimated that metals like copper, lead, and gold would be completely exhausted by 1990. So I'm going to write down precious metals and resources would be gone by 2000. So metals and other resources. Thank God they were wrong. Gone by 2000. They said people predicted in the 1970s technology in daily life. The paperless office. Experts predicted that computers would ultimately, the need for paper would be gone by the mid-1980s. So paper consumption increased as printers made documents production easier. So the paperless office gone by the 1980s. People still use paper, in the office, but not as much. So paperless office. They predicted that by 1990, people would only have to work 4 days a week. They said it was widely believed that automation would reduce the standard work week instead of 5 days a week to 4 days a week by 1990. That's not really true. So yeah, still 5 days a week. So 4-day work week. They said that there would be video phone conferencing calls. They did get that right. So video phones, because you can call someone on an iPad now. So video phones, they did get that right. Meal replacement. Futurists envisioned that a nutrient supplement as a pill or a protein drink would replace traditional cooking and eating. It hasn't replaced it. People do use protein shakes. There's not really a pill that can supplement food. So thank God, because that would suck. Just pop a pill and, oh yeah, I'm not hungry anymore. You know, if you're hungry, people still eat food. So they do use protein shakes. So pill replacement for food. There we are. Very cool. It's nice to see what people thought like in all these decades. All right, so now we're going to do future predictions from the 1980s. The 1980s is one of my favorite decades. Future predictions of the 1980s. All right, here we go. There we are. Okay. So in the 1980s, they said future. Let's see here. Oh, hang on. I was still on the 1970s. Excuse me. There we go. Here we go. Future predictions of the 1980s. A high-tech blending of total automation would happen. They said people thought from 2010 to 2025, imagine a high-tech blend of total automation. There's been a lot of tech between those years, but full automation, I would say no. So they predicted full automation of everything. They envisioned still robot butlers, so robot servants. Also, robots that would also play sports in the future. Which would suck because you want to know how your actual team works. So they predicted in the future robots playing the sports and you watching robots play the sport, which would suck because you don't want to take the human factor out. So robots playing sports. They predicted cyberspace and the internet. They did get that right. So the internet. They predicted smart homes. There is some smart homes. There's a lot of technology in homes now, so they did get that right somewhat. So smart homes. And then wearables, pop culture like Back to the Future 2, imagine self-lacing shoes and self-drying jackets, while real-world tech prophets accurately foresee smartwatches and wireless earbuds. So they got it half right. So they predicted wearables. They predicted robots that could handle any chore, such as cooking and even brushing someone's teeth. I say just don't be lazy and brush your teeth yourself, my friends, because I don't need a robot to brush my own teeth. So yeah. So they predicted robots in the 80s going forward would do everything. Robots would do everything. Robots do a lot for us these days, but not everything. Do everything. They also predicted shorter work weeks. Some futurists predicted that people would only have to work a 32-hour work week by the year 2000. So yeah, so shorter work hours, shorter work weeks. They predicted medical breakthroughs. We have had medical breakthroughs, but so medical breakthroughs of all kinds. So they did get that right. All right, let's go on to the 1990s. And then we're going to do the 2000s, and then I'm going to call it a day. So future predictions of the 1990s. Here we go. So predictions of the 1990s. All right, so they said many futurists predicted the World Wide Web, which we do have. So World Wide Web. Let's see here. Scientific and social milestones. We have had that. So scientific and social milestones for sure. They expected online shopping and remote work. In the late 90s, over half of Americans anticipated that online shopping would replace trips to the mall. That's becoming more and more. People still do like to go to the mall. It's a blending of both. People still do go to an actual mall. There's far more online shopping, so they predicted online shopping. That for sure happened. They predicted even flat screens by the late 90s and higher. They are getting thinner and thinner. So even thinner TVs. They predicted that that they would either by the 1990s or higher than the 1990s that we would solve cures for more diseases like AIDS, cancer, stuff like that. They're always working on it, so I believe one day they will cure every type of cancer and AIDS, just not right now. But they predicted that. So cures for AIDS, cancer, and other deadly diseases. So yeah. They also predicted marriage equality. 74% anticipated that same-sex marriage would be legal. That is true. I don't know about the percents, but they predicted that in the late 90s and further on that same-sex marriage would happen. And that does happen all the time. So same-sex marriage. They still, by the 1990s and higher, they still want futuristic cars like a hovercraft, and they also said on the internet, kind of like the cars from Back to the Future. I think one day that will happen. So still futuristic cars. So future flying cars. When? I don't know. Self-mending clothing. A futurist envisioned intelligent fabric that would be embedded microchips into your clothes that would self-clean, self-scent, and also change color. That hasn't happened yet. That would be nice. If they magically put a microchip in my clothing and I never had to do laundry ever again, I think that would be every man's dream and every woman's dream. Yes! No more laundry, because I hate doing laundry. but there it is. So, technology built into clothes. So, tech into clothing. Fierce keeps things simple. I don't need a bunch of fucking microchips in my t-shirt. As long as the t-shirt is comfy and it's got a nice image on it that I like to wear, then that's all Fierce needs. So yeah, Carrie says, Fears, I shouldn't have brought up all the past. I'll try my best to not talk about you in negative ways anymore. I would really appreciate that, Carrie, and I would appreciate if everyone would take Carrie's example. That would be very nice, because I try not to dwell in the past. I learn from my mistakes, and I want to move forward. I am trying my best to be a better person. And in all aspects. Like my weight, my mind, finding a better job, finding a lady, everything. Everything. I'm kind of working on everything, as we go. So, because I try not to bring up, I could have brought up all the crazy stuff that Zach's done, all the crazy stuff that Carrie's done, everybody. So I try not to. I mean, I've done that too, Carrie. So it's not just you and Zach, and Yakov had plenty to say last night, and Larry always has plenty to say, so I wasn't surprised by that. Larry will always say, Fears is the worst, Fears is the devil, I'm an idiot, I'm a moron, because Larry doesn't like me, and I don't like Larry. And I hate to say it, I'm not wishing death upon Larry, but if Larry died tomorrow, I would be the happiest person, on the face of the planet, because I think Larry is scum. He is. Like, look at all the shit he's done to me, and I'm not making a troll bashing stream, but he's insane. Nobody should harass anybody for 6.5 months, calling every single day. He didn't miss one day. That's insanity. That's insanity. Leaving some dumbass, like, baby-fied voice message. And if it isn't him, then it was the quiet troll. Like, hey, Fears, trolls always win. I don't care. It's such baby-fied bullshit. So, I think the community as a whole needs to grow up. It's, like, so stupid. Oh, did you hear this? And did you hear that? And, oh my God! Like, he did this. Who the fuck cares? It's such baby bullshit. So, I think everybody needs to grow up. It's fucking dumb. So, yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Carrie. That's very nice of you to say. And I will do the same, Carrie. I will try not to talk about anyone in a negative way, even if I don't like them. I get it, Carrie. I understand. And we're only human, so I get it. I get it, Carrie. So, yeah. All right, where did I leave off? All right, that was predictions of the 1990s. All right, and the last one I'm going to do is future predictions of 2000. Because after 2000, now we're in our era. So, future predictions of the 2000s. All right, so let me pull it up. And that was a nice little stream. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I knew I wasn't going to get many comments because it's the middle of the day and people don't have the same schedule as me. So I got a fair, decent amount of comments, and I appreciate everybody that commented. Obviously, you're going to get more comments at night, but since some people already scheduled the stream, I was like, well, I don't want to impede on their stream time, so I was like, nobody's streaming right now. I'll just get it done in the afternoon. So I like streaming more at night, but if someone beats me to it, then, there it fucking is. So, yeah. All right, future predictions of the 2000s. Well, God, I can't fucking type today. Jesus. There we go. All right. Okay, so they said by 2000, they said they would have breakthroughs mapping out DNA and figuring out how the human body works, and better idea. Better. It says better expanding lifespans for the human body. So they predicted better medicines for your DNA, for extending lifespans. And I mean, they've worked on that. You know, there's more people these days living more in their 90s, and some people make it even into their hundreds. Hopefully, I'll be one of those people. I hope. So yeah. So extending lifespans. They predicted healthy fast food. They've done some of that. They said in the 2000s, futurist envisions in the future, traditional fast food would go from unhealthy to predicting healthier dining options. Some of that's happened. You know, for a while at McDonald's they had the salads, and I don't know if they have the salads, but they've done a little bit about that. But they said in the future, they said every non-healthy food option would turn into healthy food options, like taking a hamburger and making it healthy, like in the future. Because a hamburger's not healthy. It tastes good, but is it healthy? No. So yeah. So they predicted all fast food would one day be all healthy food options. That would be nice, because then I could eat lounge 24/7, you know? They did predict even smarter smart homes. I think one day the home will have even more technology in it, you know? I think one day we will get to that actual, like, fully automated smart home. You push a button, like, hey, Meta, please start my laundry, you know? And then, you know, the laundry and washer will just turn on, and it'll fold and wash your clothes. That would be nice. It would save people a lot of time and effort. So they said in the early 2000s, they predicted in the future even smarter smart homes. That would be nice. They also predicted the connected life. Futurists correctly predicted that computers would be integrated into nearly everyday objects, including clothing and silverware. Some of that's happened, but computers haven't, like, fully took over everything, like clothing or kitchenware and stuff like that. You know, people keep things simple. A fork is a fork. If you need to cut something, what do you cut it with? You cut it with a knife. So, but computers have gotten into a lot of things, but not. I don't think ever a computer will take over, like, a fork and a knife. Just people are going to use a fork and a knife, you know. So I could be wrong, but yeah. All right, so the connected life, they predicted. The connected life. Let's see. Smart glasses. In 1999, it was predicted that computer glasses would be common. Well, that just happened in a vlog. Jeff just got some really cool glasses, and he was like, "Hey, Fears, try these on." So that actually is true. I tried on the smart glasses. He said, "Fears, there's a button on the side." I pushed it, and it took a photo of Jeff, and I thought that was fucking fantastic. And he said, "Fears, if you hold down the button for 3 seconds, you can record." And I went, so I didn't try that, but Jeff said, "Hey, Fears, the next time you come to a con, I'll show you how to record with the glasses." And I was like, yeah, man, that would be fucking sweet. So I can't remember if it was on this side or this side, but in my vlog, you guys saw it. He goes, "Fears, just push the side." I pushed it, and it took a photo of Jeff. And he said, "Fears, there's little speakers." There was little, like, I tried on the glasses, and there was tiny speakers on the inside of the things that go around your ears. There was a little like stereo built in, and I could hear music, and I was like, "This is fucking dope." So they definitely got that right. So I'm gonna write that down. Smart glasses. So they definitely got that right. So smart glasses. They predicted that right. Smart glasses. Like on the rims, basically. It says they also predicted virtual presence, the ability to chat face to the ability to chat face to face without leaving homes. That happens all the time because people have invented FaceTime and Zoom and Skype and all that. So the virtual presence. So absolutely, they've came up with that. That's also true. Virtual presence. The SmartNet. Futurists envisioned in the late 90s and further on correctly predicted that banks and major corporations would take control of the internet through cyberspace. Every single business has a website, and they have their products of their company or whatever they're selling or whatever they make online. So that is 100%. They guessed that right. They called it the super internet, and they said that this would happen by 2005. I think it happened even before then. So, because anytime someone has a business now, they're like, oh, like how do I get my business out there? Now people are doing it different ways. Obviously they'll make a website. People make business cards. People make a YouTube channel just for their business. So they guessed that 100% right. So they called it the super net back then. The super internet. Let's see here. They said, also by 2000 and up, they said one day we still want flying cars. So almost every single one from the 50s to the early 2000s have wanted flying cars. So flying cars. I would love that. They said work-life balance. In the late 20th century, it was predicted that work hours would decline to roughly 1,370 hours per year by 2020. However, actual figures show that the average U.S. worker still works over 1,800 hours annually. So they depicted that wrong. According to Google, it said most people work throughout the whole year an average of 1,800 hours, if not more. And they guessed in the early 2000s that it was predicted work hours would decline to roughly 1,370. So they got that wrong. So work-life balance. They predicted 1,370 hours. Climate change and climate control models from the 1990s all the way through the early 2000s were remarkably accurate in projecting long-term global warming. Trends based on atmospheric CO2 levels. So they did get that right. So long-term global warming. Let's see, global warming. They also predicted digital, they predicted like digital technology, digital lives, like things like The Matrix or Wall-E, noted for predicting modern issues such as spread of communication online. So the spread of information online, they got right. But some people in the early 2000s predicted like stuff like The Matrix or like Wall-E, that little Disney, like those robots would be a thing. They make robots, nothing like Wall-E, but they do make robots because you see them pop up. But I don't think anything like The Matrix would ever happen. Who would want that, The Matrix, because that would suck. Matrix is a good movie, but would you actually want it to happen? No. So the digital dialysis, or the digital dystopia, basically, they said that one day the digital dystopia would happen. Let's hope not. It has. So they got that wrong. Digital dystopia. Hopefully that would never happen. Let's see here. And then the last few things that it said is, let's see, space colonists, experts in 2000 anticipated large percent of platforms in space within a century and a Mars colony by 2040 to 2050. So in 2000 they predicted that people would be living on the moon and that we would have a colony on Mars by 2040. Oh, we're not there yet. Hopefully by 2040, maybe we'll have a colony on Mars, or people living on Mars. That would be cool. So I'm gonna write that one down. People living on Mars. On Mars and the moon, which would be cool. I'm not going to deny it. That would be cool. But we got to land on Mars first. We have to visit Mars first before we can even think about having a colony of people that live on Mars. So yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys found that entertaining. I thought it was very cool. Very, 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 very cool. And that was a very good idea that Meta gave me. I'm gonna do 80s tech either tomorrow or the next day, but I gotta take off, guys, because I want to get this vlog done. Hopefully the vlog will be up within an hour or two, but I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog, and I appreciate you guys letting me say what I wanted to say about the certain situation. Hopefully things will get better. I hope they don't get worse. I hope things get better. But the community really needs to grow up. Everybody, myself including. This baby bullshit, these baby little fights are completely ridiculous. Like, did you hear this and did you hear that? And no, he did this and nah. I'm like, are we fucking 5 years old or are we adults? We're adults. So let's act like it. You know? And I'll be honest, I've acted immature myself. Absolutely. So I'm also to blame for this problem. But as a community, everybody needs to grow the fuck up. I'm not kidding. It's ridiculous. Anyway. I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I mean, the stream. I'm going to take off. But it's been a very enjoyable stream. I got a lot more people commenting than I thought. And I appreciate all the nice things that Carrie said. And yeah, I'm taking a few days off from Zach, so I'm sure me and him will talk at some point. I would really like an apology, Zach. I did not appreciate what happened last night. I think what happened last night was complete bullshit. So yeah, I was very upset. But I stopped watching his live after a while. And I took a nap, and then I just went off to work. But I was very upset. I've cooled down a lot, but I definitely... Yakov was nice and already gave me an apology. And so did Carrie. So I know I'm not going to get an apology from Larry, because Larry is a piece of shit. So I don't expect an apology from him. Even if he did apologize, I wouldn't accept his apology, because what he's done to me is unforgivable. I think Larry's a piece of shit. And he always will be. I think he's a bad human being. That's what I say. I will never forgive him. It's like 3 strikes and you're out. I'm not kidding. Fierce gives people a couple of chances, and then I'm done, you know? Now I'll never forgive Moody, but what I will say is that he's left me alone, which is nice. I'll never forgive Quentin. Quentin's left me alone, but I'll never forgive him. I think Quentin's a piece of shit. I think Moody's a piece of shit. They're not good human beings at all. At all. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, no matter, oh, I found God. They're not good human beings at all, in my opinion. So, yeah. Joey says, I blame Mr. Lantern. Well, shame on you, Joey. Mr. Lantern's done nothing. We all need to be more like Mr. Lantern. Lantern has a great heart. Lantern doesn't fight with anyone. So I wish more people were like Mr. Lantern and had more love in their heart. And he doesn't want to fight with anyone. So, yeah. So Joey, I know you're joking, but I wish the whole community would just grow up a little bit. What's up, Dave? I'm just about to end the live, but anyway, I wasn't even going to bring it up at all, but since Walter asked and Carrie apologized, I said, well, I'll just speak my mind. I didn't really even want to talk about it. I was planning not to bring it up at all, but I don't. I don't think. I think it's in a way it's everybody's fault because everybody in this community is somewhat immature. If people actually like grew up, and not all the backstabbing and all the talking behind people's backs and doing a whole stream, 2.5 hours was spent last night on me, on Zach's channel, and he could have stopped it. So yeah, so. And I've never spent 2.5 hours or 3 hours on Zach. And I never would because I'm his friend. So I do expect an apology from him. I don't know if I'll get one. But we'll see. We'll see. But until he cools down, until I cool down, I'm just not going to talk to him for a little while. So yeah. I'm sure we'll talk at some point. But I think everybody just needs to calm down. But yeah. So, hopefully, people start growing up, myself including. I'm a little immature too, but there's a lot of people. But I don't think what happened last night should have happened. I would never talk behind someone's back at all. So yeah, I would not spend 2 or 3 hours on someone. And I hope that's not what happens tonight because I know he's already doing a live tonight. That's why I did my live now. So I'm sure someone will bring up some type of bullshit. I hope not, but I'm almost positive they will. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely not going on the show. I don't feel like it. I really don't. And if you noticed, when I was on the show, and I'm just using Larry as an example because he cannot lie about this. This is what he did. I'm on the show with Zach. We're having a great time. We're all hanging out. And we had a great conversation. Then he's in the chat, Larry's saying the most awful, evil shit about me. And then all of a sudden, I leave. And I didn't have to leave. But I thought, I've been on the show for a while. Even though I don't like Larry, I'll give him an opportunity to go on the show. I left. The minute I left, he was all happy-go-lucky. And so he's a fake. He's a phony. Larry is. And people get away with so much stuff in this community. For some odd reason, they can say and do whatever the hell they want to me. And, everybody just brushes off that Larry harassed me for 6.5 months on the phone. No one calls him out for anything. And then the minute I call people out, oh, God, Fears, I can't believe you called people out. Oh, you're such a terrible person. And I'm like, that's bullshit. Everyone should be held accountable for their actions. Feels like I'm the only one being held accountable. Zach should be held accountable. Carrie should be held accountable. Larry, all those. Everyone. So it was nice that I got an apology from Carrie, and it was nice that I got an apology from Yak. I don't know. Zach may be too prideful just to say, hey, John, you know what? It got a little out of hand last night. I'm sorry. If he would just say, I'm sorry, I would drop it. I don't expect that from Larry. Larry will never apologize because he's a piece of shit. And I don't understand why Zach just won't block him. I've told Zach time and time, I said, Zach, there will be a time May not be today. It may not be tomorrow. I said, eventually you're going to get sick of everyone's bullshit. I mean of Larry's bullshit. And eventually you'll block him. I predict it. I guarantee it. It'll happen at some point. It's already happened. One time Zach got sick and tired of Larry's bullshit and blocked him for a couple days. So it just is what it is. I had a long conversation with Bukaki last night before I went off to work. People can think what they think about my work. I'm not lying about my work. I don't care what people say. I literally did a stream. I ended it at like 4:03 or 4:04. I don't remember when it was around there. And I already had my lunch packed, and I went right off to work. Without traffic, I can get to work between 10 and 15 minutes. With traffic, which usually there never is around that time. Every once in a while there's some traffic, but usually there's never. With traffic, I can probably get to work in about 20 or 25 minutes. But normally at around between 3 or 4 in the morning, whenever I go in, normally I go in around 4:30ish. Every once in a while, it depends on the boxes. If we have more boxes, then yeah, I got to go in at 2:30 or 3. I'm so sick and tired of people. Literally, after the live, I grabbed my keys. I grabbed my badge that I have to wear to clock in and clock out. I grabbed all my shit, and I drove to work. I went to work, and I got off work. It's not a big fucking deal. They make it a big deal, you know. They're obsessed with my life. It's absolutely insane. The bullshit I have to go through. And it's immature. That's why I'm not in those Discords. You go in a Discord, it's always like, oh God, this happened. Who the fuck cares? Who cares? It's such baby-fied little fucking bullshit. It's so stupid. Like, again, are we 5th graders or are we adults? Like, oh, did you hear this? And I can't believe he said that. No, I gotta spend 8 hours in a fucking Discord, and all this other bullshit. That's why I only go in there maybe once or twice a month just to say hello, see how everyone's doing, grab some memes, because people do make some great memes. I'll give them that. And then I leave. But I actually have a life. People spend way too much time in Discords. Discords are the most dumbest things I've ever seen in my entire life. If you have a Discord and it's your thing, great. It's definitely not for me. I think it's so stupid, you know? I'm not making fun of anyone's Discord. It's just not for me. But yeah. The last thing I'll say is, I said this to Bukaki last night. And I don't think he'll mind if I say this. I'm like, it doesn't matter what I say, Bukaki. And he's like, what do you mean, Fear? I said, it doesn't matter how many videos I do, what I say, no one will ever believe me. I said, I've been trying to tell the truth for quite some time now. Because I lied in the past, they'll never believe me. That's what it feels like. No matter how much I change, it's so frustrating when I'm actually telling the truth. Oh, you're lying, Fears. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Like, if I actually tell the truth about something, and then they're like, oh, well, I don't believe you. That is so damn frustrating. So no matter what I say, no matter what I do, no matter how many videos I do, people always judge you online, and it sucks. It absolutely sucks. So that's why I said I'm partly to blame, and the community's partly to blame. If people just grew the fuck up, and there was mutual respect across the board. I don't get much respect, and it sucks. It sucks. I think other people in the community get more respect. I think there should be mutual respect across the board. I doubt that I'll ever get respect. I doubt that anyone will ever believe me. And it gets frustrating. You know, I put a lot of time and effort into my shows. I put a lot of time and effort into my vlogs, and it just is what it is. So you guys can believe what you want. And I was going to save this part for the very end. I was very upset last night. Very upset. I've definitely calmed down a lot more now, but I was very upset. Bukaki reached out. Somebody else reached out. Eventually I calmed down because I watched that movie. I watched that movie, and then I went off to work. But I don't know. I just think there needs to be more respect and less people immature in the community. I think everybody needs to mature up, and people need to act more like grown-ups, myself including. Because if everyone stopped all this immature, baby-fied bullshit, I think we'd be better off. Trolls are going to troll, so it is what it is. So, yeah. Anyway, I've said my piece. Am I still mad at Zach? Yes, because he could have ended it at any time. Not one time did he say, hey, you know what, guys? That's enough bashing on fears. Let's move on. You would think, because he's my friend, but he didn't. So, I would like an apology. If he doesn't apologize to me, then it is what it is. I'm not a baby. I'll eventually get over it. But Carrie was nice and gave me an apology. I just don't like to dwell on the past. I wish people would forget about my past and look at what Fears is doing now. I've definitely grown. What's up, D-Man? I've definitely grown leaps and bounds. Am I a perfect person? No, nobody's a perfect person. But I'm just so sick and tired of like everybody calling me out. Like they never give me they never what's the word? They never cut me any slack. I get it the worst. They throw out all my faults, and then when somebody like Larry does all this horrible shit, whatever, fuck it, we'll just brush it off like nothing ever happened. And I'm like, that's not right, because they sure as hell don't brush anything off that I do, And then, like, I guarantee you no one will call out Zach. People have called out Zach before, but I guarantee you tonight they'll just brush it off like nothing happened. Oh, yeah, whatever. We spent 2.5 hours on Fears last night. Yeah, who gives a shit? Because nobody cares about Fears. Nobody cares about his fucking feelings. That's how I feel. Nobody gives a damn. I could, like, if I died tomorrow, would anyone care? Probably not. I know the trolls would be, they'd be ecstatic. They would be ecstatic. They would haunt me in the afterlife. Because trolls don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about anyone. All they give a damn about is making your life a living hell. So, yeah. So, they don't actually give a damn about, like, your channel. They don't give a damn about you as a person. They don't give a damn about anything. So, sometimes it feels like no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter how I live my life, no matter how much I change, I don't get the respect that I'm deserved. People don't care about the quality of my content. Some do, because I do have some loving and loyal fans, but as a whole community, I try to give everyone respect. I don't get a lot of respect back, which is bullshit. So no matter what I do, no matter what I say, they will harp on it for years to come. And it just gets so fucking tiring. I don't even know why I try sometimes on my content, I really don't. Because I don't expect to get big numbers, just, I hate living like this. I just wish something would change. So, I didn't even mean to go on this long about the situation. Again, I wasn't even going to bring it up at all, but I didn't want Zach in my chat today. So I'm not going to lie about it. I absolutely timed him out. So, yeah. So, I've said my piece. I doubt anything will change. I doubt they'll always call me out for everything, and they'll get off scot-free. The little golden angel act will always be in effect. Everybody calls me out, and, nobody gets called out for their actions. Really, the only person that they've ever else called out, they've called out Zach sometimes. Very little. Here and there. Me, they call out everything. I think everyone should be held accountable for everything. Everything. Because they sure as hell do that to me. No one's ever called out Larry. Not one time. Not one time. Apparently Larry gets a pass. Even though he's the biggest piece of shit I've ever met in my entire life. Besides Moody and besides, I'd say those three. Moody, Quentin, and Larry. They're all, three peas in a pod. They're terrible human beings, and they always will. I hope they all rot in hell. I'm not kidding. So, yeah. Every single gray hair I have is due to those 3 idiots. Moody, not so much anymore. I will say that. He has left me alone. So, but the other 2, because Quentin will never go away. You know, he's maybe been dormant for a little while, but usually every time he'll pop up at some point, you know. Randall said that. Anyway. So, are me and Zach still friends? Yes. I haven't blocked Zach. Are me and Carrie still friends? Yes. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will add Carrie back on Discord at some point. So anyway, I've said what I wanted to say. Am I mad anymore? I'm not mad. I'm just so damn frustrated. I'm so damn stressed out of my fucking mind. That's a good way to say it. There's just a lot of childish people in the community. I hate to say it. So, I've said it for years. Either you like me or you don't. Watch me or don't. I don't care, because whether you like me or not, I'm still going to keep doing my content, because I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let any troll stop me from uploading my content. So yeah. Anyway, I've said enough. What's up, Fangirl Kate? I'm going to take off, but I'll be honest, I didn't even mean to say that much, but since it was brought up, I thought, well, I'll just be open and honest and tell you guys how I feel. I don't think what happened last night should have happened last night. I'm not saying Zach's a bad person, but Zach, you could have stopped it at any time, you know, but you had lots to say. You had lots to say, and so did Carrie, and so did Yakov, and so did Larry. Larry, I didn't expect, or Larry, I expected it from. I didn't expect it from Zach and Carrie, because I've been nothing but nice to Carrie for quite a while now. But again, doesn't matter what was said, it shouldn't have never happened. I would never spend 2.5 hours, 3 hours, however long they went. I think it was 2 hours. And all they did was just bitching and moaning and complaining. And I guarantee you, I hope not. I hope they just have a normal stream and not talk about me at all. I guarantee you someone will bring up some bullshit tonight on Zach's live. So, yeah. So, yeah, Zach, I will talk to you in a couple of days. I'll give you a call. Whenever I feel like it. So, I just need some time away. So, I am still going to do my streams and my vlogs, but I just need some time away from Zach. But I hope I get an apology from him. It would be nice. If I don't, then that's just immature, and I'll get over it. Anyway, I'm taking off. But for everyone that was here, I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. And Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. I hope you enjoyed all the topics. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my friend D-Man. D-Man2351. Keep up those awesome squirrel videos, buddy. I saw the newest one, Exhumed Visions as a vampire. I thought that was really funny. Still, buddy, to this day, one of my favorite ones. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna go get me some corn. And then, you know, the John Fear squirrel points like that. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get me some corn. That's what's up. That's still one of my favorites. I like them all, D-Man, so keep up the animated squirrel videos. Keep up the real squirrel videos when it gets a lot warmer, buddy, and actual squirrels are in your tree, because he has a tree. Him and his wife have a big tree in their backyard. So, yeah. Subscribe to Fangirl Kate. Subscribe to Mama Bear 06. We got to get her to 100 subs. Tina, I can't wait until you start doing some lives. Subscribe to Strong Bear 19 on YouTube. Subscribe to the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. Follow my buddy Exhumed Visions at exhumedvisions.com. Buy some cool shit, because he makes some pretty cool shit, my friends. And last, but certainly not least, follow the host with the most, FearsMan26 is the main channel. Follow my second channel at Fears Vlogs. And this is Fears, signing off. Peace, deuces, and I'll see you guys next time.